shit on me, that's on me, I'm conceited. Treaty, nah, that ain't how we treat it. This right here sound like a three-peat. I put the in it sound like I'm knee deep. I'm like, oh, you too needy. Me and HB going juvie.
Tonight, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois, Jimmy Garoppolo.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It can be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Garoppolo's throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive in making plays.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They'll roll him out right.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On first down, Hurts. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff in the staff.
And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights, and it will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding again.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, touchdown number 18 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future as they look ahead to the offseason. What's under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On second down, Elliott. And he's got room. And he he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. Everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guaranteeing you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd and short. A handoff for Gibson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Touchdown! Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments. This is all about the defense. They've got zone coverage. Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. The give is to Elliott. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Second down and goal. Hurts. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this an 8-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Garoppolo slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on second down. Hurts. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. First down now, but that clock rolling. Hurts. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
On 1st down, Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here comes the Lions punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get through. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo now. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Play action, Garoppolo. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Gibson again. And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one. And it's second down. They'll set up a throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 44, Hurts. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Hurts throw pulled in by Tate. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Well, quickly into the hands of Robinson. And in for the Lions touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable here for Davis. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. 125 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On first down, it's Gibson, and he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the season is really nosediving now as they fall to 2-12. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers.